side control. The first thing I want to do is just a basic side control guard replacement here. So how does he set up? Because side control can mean a lot of different things. He's just getting a classic MMA side control. He's got a cross face with his left hand. He's got an underhook with his right. Knees are close to the body. I am always going to default to these two frames, right? Left frame in the neck, right frame in the hip. And I like my right elbow, as much as possible, to trace the line of his belt. You don't want to get caught in this position with your arms out of position, meaning like my arm being on this side. This is a cue for him for Kimura and arm lock, right? So we want to stay here. And then the other thing that we can't accept is this arm getting shelved up. This is a huge problem here. So we want our arms in good position, tight elbows to the body. What we're going to do is a small hip escape here, and then we connect our knee and our elbow. And I like to have my shin and instep contouring his hip here. Okay? Now you have two choices. Your left foot can go high or low pommel. I'll do a low pommel first. I'll go left toes, go inside here. I'll X his leg. I start to get a shoulder crunch grip. I use this to square up, and we just sit him up to here, right? Super easy, and now we're back in the fight. I'll do that one more time, then I'll show you what a high pommel looks like. We're here. I have my two good frames. I bring my shin across the waist, connecting my right knee and my right elbow. Left toes go inside. I start using that to square up and just push myself back to a seated scenario. Okay, now we're out of side control and we're back to our guard. Here, right? And then start pushing this person, looking to place our foot on the person's shoulder. Now it's easy for us to step off of this and just start squaring up to like a spider lasso type control or a collar and sleeve type control. It just depends on where you want to wind up playing, how you kind of funnel yourself to. Two positions where he's not obligated to move. Mike.
Not in a guard situation.
So think about this. What I'm referring to is like stalling, okay? So like if one player is quote unquote stalling the match, right? Like, you know, just trying to not move and hold the position, there's two positions where you're allowed to do that, right?
Side control.
No.
Mount.
Mount is one, and then what's the other one? The back, right, bingo. So yeah, if you have the mount or the back, this is important to understand from offense and defense. He does not have to move, okay? Versus like side control, if it feels really bad, sometimes it's not a great answer, but sometimes you can just wait because you know he can't stay there. Like he can't just pin you in side control and be like, I'm never gonna move. Mount, he can do that. So as the bottom player, like, helps to know this because like you can't just lay there in the mount and like you're more just a note, right? Last time through on this, and I'm gonna spin you this way just so that they can kind of see the footwork, okay? But you're here. From here, like even if I can get like this, I know I can do it, right? I'm here, I found this foot, stretch, toes go under, then you just start lifting. Boom. Now you have butterfly. See how this leg came up? A lot of times this means that you will just kind of push into X guard, but sometimes you get butterfly. It just depends on how the person behaves on top. All I'm trying to do is just replace the guard. So if I'm able to reintroduce my, yeah, right? Now your right foot reaches back and put your butt in between my knees. Good. Okay, give it a baby stretch, 2 inches. Here. Now your left foot goes underneath. Now lift and get your knee to the other side. So your right knee. Boom. Right? Now stretch away and sit up. Bingo. That's your move, right? Let me do the same thing with mine. If I start reaching here, he feels this, just slide through. See how like he'll just take it away like that? That's just a feature of what he'll do whenever he senses like, oh, this guy's trying to pick up my ankle, right? So I'll usually like, you can kind of extrapolate where he'll be just based on feeling, and I try to put myself in position so that I know as soon as I reach it will be there and I can already pass it to my left foot and be going. The whole exchange has to be like that. It can't be like, and then you start like waiting and trying to stretch. It's not like, oh man, this is pretty bad, okay? What I'm gonna do is I need to get my left hand underneath this armpit, okay? How we're gonna do that is like I'm gonna buck and bridge this way, and my hand is on my chest. I start getting it under here, and then I need to shove him up and push me down. So look, my face is over here, being blocked by the cross face. I need to send myself here, right? He's gonna whizzer for sure, right? You're here. Now you use your right hand, hold his ankle, and pick up a foot. Once you guys get here, life is definitely better for you. Okay, like this is distinctly better than being in side control. I always try to get him off of his right knee and try to like twerk it like this here, pulling my elbow out the back door. I can start to turn my hips over and get to here, okay? Once you get to here, if you don't know what to do, let's just have you take your right hand reach across, and then it's a knee pick. You shove him, right? You see how you're gonna come on top, okay? I'm gonna show you what I do. Build back real quick here, brother, okay? What I usually do, this is something I've been doing lately. I'll try to get this lapel. This is cool. And then it's like everything is very forward here. So what I try to do is I try to start sitting backwards. So I'll start sitting in on this leg here, right? And then I'll put this shin behind, drag us both backwards. And then now you see like we're just gonna be in this like dump position where I can start to come up. I've found that to be, palm starts touching your chest, you start shoving your hand low. Now you've got to spike him up and you down, he whizzers, you collect his ankle, okay? You don't want him on his knee, you want to use your hip to turn him down. This is like nice. Now I'm starting to disappear out the back door. It helps a lot if you can anchor to this piece here. I just like that grip. It's in the gi you have the luxury. Now we're here, I start turning my hips over, we're getting here. Start throwing me back at the mat with that pressure. You get this happens like all the time, right? And look, like when I try to knee pick, his knee's not there, like this can be kind of a challenging scenario. Just give me a lot of like weight leaning into me here. I'll start trying to sit backwards. This is kind of challenging for him, right? Now you can start to find this pants, get behind him with this ankle, and then now like, it's different this time. But it's like I'm just trying to flank you and avoid Alright, 1, 2, 3. Now you're getting up. Right here, now reach across. Nice. You see that you're behind my leg. That's good, right? But remember the knee and the arm at the same time?
I'm just combining.
You're doing two moves at once, yeah. It's like if you start, that starts to happen, you just pick a direction and go that way.
Alright, so in that situation, no knee.
Last one, guys. Finish the knee in. If I stay, he arm bars this arm, right? He gets hit here. But if I retreat to here, look, now like replace the guard, it's hard, and I can just pass again. So you're going back to like he barely has a guard, but I'm going back to a passing staging position to pass again, right? Instead of trying to hang on to the side control that's no longer there, I'm going back one step to a passing position and then just finishing the pass again. Finishing the pass. That's the same thing he did. He just expressed it differently with the long step grip. I use more hip and knee post, like, so I had him show the one, I showed the other, you know, but like if the person